Want a quick tutorial on how to take down one of the hardest pistols that I've ever had to tear apart? Coming up right after this. Hey guys, Work here, welcome back to the bench, and welcome to a Teardown Tuesday. Now, we haven't done these in a while, but this is just a short where I show you guys how to quickly tear down your pistol, rifle, or shotgun. This week on Teardown Tuesday, we've got the Colt Huntsman. Now, the Colt Huntsman is an old marksman style 22 pistol, and I tell you, this is one of the best 22 marksman style pistols I have ever shot. Now, I have a Ruger Mark series. You can see a Teardown Tuesday on that as well if you check out right up here. But this thing, despite being years and years older, is way more accurate than my Mark series. So we're going to go across quickly how to tear down the Huntsman, put it back together. Here we go. Now remember, this also goes for the Woodsman as well. First thing you need to do is grab a screwdriver set and take off the grips. Now the grips are held in by a single screw that goes all the way through. So with one screw off, they both come off. Let's go ahead and drop the magazine. You do need that apart to take this down. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull back the slide, and on top of the slide here there's a button. What we're going to do is we're going to pull back the slide, push down that button, and push the slide back forward to its closed position. What that pin does is that pin locks the mainspring housing and locks the recoil spring so that the slide floats freely. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to push the slide all the way forward. We're going to take a punch, and we're going to punch out this pin right here. So let's go ahead and press that pin out. We're going to set that aside. Pull our punch back out. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the trigger, obviously pointing in a safe direction despite knowing that it is empty. So now with the trigger pulled, we're going to pull the slide back slightly, and you're going to hear a click right there. So the next thing we need to do is hold the pistol like this, and we're going to push up and in on our mainspring housing, and as we push up and in, we can see that the housing is going to pivot out down here on the bottom. There we can see the mainspring housing come out. It's got a mainspring housing very similar to a 1911. And then down in here, there is a little leaf spring right here. Now this thing is the biggest pain in the butt when you're putting this thing back together. It has to go underneath the hammer spur down in here. So anyway, with the mainspring housing out, now we can disassemble the slide. And now we can go ahead and clean the firearm however we need. This one does need a bit of cleaning. Once you get any cleaning done that you wanted to get done, reassembly is the reverse of the steps with a couple of slight modifications. First thing we're going to do is we're going to reattach the slide. So with the slide in now, we need to get the hammer to fall back up against the firing pin. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll it over like this, and we need that to happen without this spring coming out. So with our tension spring sitting inside the diamond shape slot, our hammer forward, and our hammer strut down, next thing we're going to need to need to install our mainspring housing. We're going to slide that in, and then we're going to tip back slightly to make sure that hammer strut falls back into that pocket for the mainspring. Next, we need to push in slightly with our thumb, and you should feel it slightly give, and pull down, and it will pop around this pin here. Now, with our mainspring housing in, we can take our pin, slide it back in from the other side, go ahead and pull the hammer back, verify function, our recoil spring is reenacted, our trigger works. Now all we have to do is put the grips back on, magazine in, and we are good to go. So that's it for this time, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you found this video useful, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. Hit that notification button to get notified of new videos. And remember, I appreciate every one of you. And until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.